Hello everybody, and welcome to Empty Pockets Ironworks. Today you're going to see a very brief rundown on how I create our signature roses. Our roses sell for around $50, come in different variations, and as you'll see at the end of the video, are pretty ornate. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback on them. I'm not going to show you exactly how to do everything, but this will give you kind of a brief rundown of the process that is involved in creating them. If you like this video, please leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. We're really looking forward to adding more videos in the future, and sit back and enjoy. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything of that matter, feel free to get a hold of us at any time. If you'd like to place an order, please visit us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/EP Ironworks. Thank you. Here you can see the blanks after they've been cut out. From this step we will go to the grinding to knock off any of the slag that's left over from the plasma cut. Yes, you can use a chipping hammer. I've been asked that in the past, but it's just easier to grind it down. It means these are small and they don't really have any flat edges that you can put against a hard surface to strike against. If you have any better way of doing this, then feel free. I do know that some other blacksmiths and some other metal workers will oftentimes go from this step and put the pieces into a blasting cabinet. Personally, I like having a little bit of roughness. As you'll see later on, it kind of adds to the overall appeal of the rose when it's done. From this segment of the video forward, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a little bit of cutting involved where I actually cut the basis of the stem. I use 1/4-inch rod for that. Also, as a side note, if you couldn't tell, the material that I make my roses out of, and kind of what sets them apart from other tinsmith style roses, is I don't use a real thin material. All of our roses are heavy. They're made from 14 gauge cold rolled steel. To me, it adds value. It adds weight. When a customer picks it up and handles it, it actually feels like you're holding something. It's a little bit harder to work, which you'll see later on in the video as we put the rose into the forge and then hand form using tools the petals themselves. But as I said, everything from here on out is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to harp on safety. I'm not going to harp on individual tools. As long as you've got a welder, whether it be a TIG or a stick, MIG, it doesn't matter. If you have at least a little bit of aptitude and a will to try to make something creative, you can do these as well. And I've had quite a bit of practice. I've made literally dozens of them so far, and I love doing these. I love all aspects of metal sculpting and artwork, and hopefully you do too. And if this inspires you or creates a creative spark, maybe you can pursue something along the same lines. We're really hoping that this continues to take off the way that it has, and I can continue to grow the Empty Pockets Ironworks brand. People like you watching our video greatly helps, and for that, thank you. I'll let the video play now and maybe put on some tunes for you to listen to while you watch ahead. Thank you. Hello everybody, back again. I just wanted to touch on a couple things here. This is very traditional in the respect of making a blacksmith leaf or keychain. If you have any experience with forging, I'm sure that you've probably made hundreds of these. In fact, that's one of the things that they touch on the most, is making sure that you make these and make them consecutively, because it is very, very good as a beginner blacksmith to learn how to make those tapers, to do the upsetting. I'm going to cheat here in a moment. I'm actually going to use a chisel locked in my vise to serve as a hot cut instead of using a swage block. I don't have a guillotine or anything like that. I'm still pretty small potatoes, hence the name Empty Pockets Ironworks. I'm a broke guy trying to have fun and make cool stuff. So anyway, as you can see, I just took it out of frame. There I'm cutting it. Don't go all the way through because you do not want to hit two hard surfaces together. And there we're putting the veining in using another cold cut chisel. They're very, very simple. Now I will put it back in the forge and I will draw that stem out on the end of it a little bit longer, and then I'll put a little bit of a tweak in it before welding it on, just to make it look a little bit more organic. Everything needs to flow, and I can't stress that enough. These are simple, but they can also make or break your rose if they do not look proportional in size to the shape and size of the overall rose. So keep that in mind when you're making these. Keep your rose nearby, that way you can reference the size if need be. And if it's too big, too small, make a keychain out of it and make another one. And anyway, thanks for watching. We're almost done, so hang with me. So there you have it, the finished product. Make sure that you add a little bit of clear coat to it. These can be added to just about anything. We've put them in vases, we've mounted them to boards, we've made, or should I say forged, other things to go along with them. Sky's the limit, really. I want to give a special shout out to my boy. He's a little under the weather and he still braved it, and he come out and he ran the camera for me. He did an excellent job. And again, thank you for watching our video. If you'd like to see future videos or see future products, maybe how-to or demonstration videos, or maybe even just a tour of the shop, let me know in the comments, and we'll be happy to oblige. Thank you.